All right, President Ramaphosa says government's district-based development model will ensure greater transparency and accountability. The model is due to be implemented in 44 districts and 8 metros across South Africa. Today, government launched the new model in Ethekwini Metro, which is a pilot for some other metros. To discuss, we're joined by SABC reporter Ayanda Mhlongo. Ayanda, firstly, what is the district development model?
A very good evening to you, Francis, and Criselde, and good evening to our viewers. Well, the two words, Francis, I think to better explain what this district model is to accelerate and align government's plans and projects, and basically how the president has explained it to the communities that had gathered in KwaMashu today was the fact that they'd found that as government, the different departments were working in silos, and so there wasn't this integration and cooperation between the departments. And one example of that would be, Francis, that if a Department of Education, for example, would come into an area to build a school, there would be no interaction or no work that has been done, or cooperation rather, that has been done with other key departments, in that a school would need water, it would need electricity, in the new age of technology as well, it would need the communication departments to come in together. And so this is what the government is trying to do, to sort of put all these departments together to have one plan and one approach. And they're hoping by that that they're going to be able then to deal with the issues of service delivery that are affecting the communities on the ground.
So basically it's about the left hand talking to the right hand and coordination. Why was Ethekwini chosen for this model?
Certainly it is, Francis, and Ethekwini Metro is a metro, of course, that has about 3.9 million residents. It also makes up 34% of the population of the province of KwaZulu-Natal. It's a metro that is largely urban, but also has semi-rural and rural areas. And so that, for the government, the size of the metro and the fact that it has these different areas in terms of development as well, you know, the urban areas, those largely need more in terms of the economic growth and development, while in rural areas there's still this lack of infrastructure and basic services. And so this metro for them is one where they're going to be able to deal and look at deal with accelerating service delivery in more rural areas, but also looking at the more urban setup. And so the government is saying that it was for them the right choice for them to use the Ethekwini Metro as a pilot for the other metros across the country.
Ayanda, how can government promise more transparency here? There's already meant to be a central database to monitor tenders, for example. What else will change and become more transparent?
Francis, that's a good question, you know, and it's one that even if you speak to the people on the ground, as much as they're just ordinary people, many people still don't understand exactly what this program is about. You know that government still has the National Development Plan and many other projects and plans that they have at district level, in provinces and national. But from what we got from the president, as well as the MECs and those that are in government that have sat down when they outlined and discussed this plan, was the fact that when combining all of these officials and combining all of these departments together, and they work together, they are then going to be able to basically see who's not coming to the party, basically. So if education is coming in for infrastructure, if education is coming in for a school, or health is coming in to build a hospital, if sanitation is not coming through as well in terms of providing the water and sanitation, if the Department of Energy is not pulling up its socks and coming in as well in that project to provide electricity, they are then going to be able to easily see which departments are not working, and through that they are saying that it's going to be a more transparent process, because each of these departments is then going to be monitoring one another.
All right, fair enough. Thank you very much for that explanation, SABC reporter Ayanda Mhlongo.